went to the dark side, didn't I? Did I not? Did I not? Can you believe that man, I just heard that man, I have never in my life, and I just heard that man say that Seth, I went back because people called me and told me that Dolly's dragging me tonight. And because I said he was wrong. And what he did last night was absolutely wrong. And of course, naturally, if they are insulting me, I won the argument. He was wrong. What he did was wrong. And you know what his justification for that was? Listen to this nonsense. That Seth is profiting off of his son. Right? So Seth is the one that has the responsibility of paying the PI, paying his attorney, buying flyers, buying signs, buying wristbands. He's taken off work. He's had major neck surgery. And somehow Dolly is supposed to be able to collect money off of this man's kid. But if the man himself tries to raise a dime for any of these expenses, he's profiting off of his son? The man's bank account is zero. Like, what the fuck do you think he's profiting off? The reason why Dolly's account's zero is because he can't quit spending his money and he can't quit smoking pot and other substances. You know? The man has gained a shit ton of weight. He's not healthy. He's not taking care of himself. And he's blaming me and telling me that they took money out of my... Listen, I was on a non-monetized channel. They didn't take any money out of my pocket. I work off ad revenue. Dolly works off tips and freaking money from his audience. I do not. Okay, all these people do. They live off their audience. I live off ad revenue. That means the more you watch my videos, the more money I make to go out there to do the work that I do. Yes, do I profit off this? Yes. Do I have to take my money and spend it on these cases? Of course not. Nobody else is. Right? Nobody else is. But somehow, I'm the most hated person. I was never the most hated person on YouTube. He knows better than that. We had a complete, I was the most bullied person on the streets of YouTube. Bullied. He knows exactly what I went through for no reason. And he acts like he was my friend for what? Did he forget that I brought him to the national stage? And he got pissed off at me. The reason why our friendship broke off is because I was in the Paramount cyber sleuths. And he got mad that he wasn't asked to come. But I did ask him. But he was being stubborn and wouldn't return my phone call. And so he blocked me on his channel, or his girlfriend did. I'm not quite sure who it was, but we know she's a little jealous of me. And so that was it. I wrote him and said, look, you blocked me over some stupid bullshit. I'm done with you. I don't want anything else to do. This I did months ago. If you guys notice, I haven't been on Dolly's channel in months. It's because I approached him behind the scenes and told him, don't ever reach out to me again. Our friendship is over. And I have receipts for that. And so we've been playing fun. We've been playing nice, but he hasn't been playing nice because he's been attacking Seth. And it makes me wonder. Like I said, I dropped all of these people out of my life. I realized what their game is, and I don't want any part of it. I want to be true crime. I want to help these families, and everybody I'm hanging around or was hanging around wasn't really helping these families. Like, we really, truly help people. You know, Sonia sends out, she takes the money that she makes for her little shirt shop and the little bit of extra money she has, she puts it into supplies and sends it out to these families. You know? And it's stuff like this. This is the newest cup that Sonia sent me. So cute. Right? Wake up, it's going to be a good day with Bullhorn Betty and Delilah. And look at this. Look at this. Tell me that's not adorable. If you guys want one of these cups, reach out to Sonia. They're amazing. They're amazing. Actually, I won't take you through the house. I won't take you through the house. I'll sit here. I'm just starting to get a little hot. I think I'm just angry. Let me turn the air conditioning down. Like, honestly, I'm just angry. Like, I called you out for your bad behavior, and you decide to attack me and further align with the hate channels that you used to say you couldn't stand. You turned into exactly the people that you used to fight with. And now, because you're having bad behavior and I called you out on it, you want to turn and attack me. You want to turn and attack me when I've done nothing to you but call you out on your bad behavior, which it is bad. It's Seth's son, not your son, Dolly. You know? It's a little disheartening. And no, you can go back and forth with me all day long. Listen to this. This is my last message to you. Like, we're done. I really could give two fucks about you or your girlfriend. Right? Am I making waves here? Yes, I am. Am I burning bridges? Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm sick of the bullshit. And you were never my friend. You may act like you were my friend. You may have used me to get a step ahead. But you'll never be seen on court TV again. You'll like as far as notoriety for you, Dolly, is over. Like, you got your channel, and I'm glad you got your channel up to 50 or 60,000. Congratulations. But as far as being anybody that anybody takes seriously, nobody will ever take you seriously in this stuff. Your 15 minutes of fame on court TV is over. And that was most likely your alliance with me. So I may be hated on here from a few people, which I really could care less about. The bottom line is the people on here, the creators on here don't do nothing for me. Remember back in the day when we used to actually care about, you know, foul play? Team foul play, Dolly? When you actually gave a shit about the victims instead of your pocketbook? We know how much money you made, Dolly. I can calculate it, and if you really want me to start blasting you on that, I will happily do so, because I guarantee you've made more money than this man's own father has. And his father had to spend money for PIs, signs. And you do everything you can to try to destroy his efforts. And then bitch about how there's no reward fund. But every time you turn around, you got an animal like Dolly sitting there intentionally preventing this man from even trying to raise a damn thing for help. Don't worry, you don't need to know who he is. He's a piece of shit. You know what? He's a drug addict. That's what he is. Go look at him. That man has been popping pills. When he was at PrideCon, he looked like he was blasted out of his freaking mind, if you want my truth. And if you don't believe me, go back to his videos. You make your own decision from it. You make your own decision. There's reasons. You make your own decision of what you see there. But that doesn't look like a man that's just stoned. I'm sorry. So he can keep going back and forth with me. It doesn't matter. This is my one and done with him. I told him behind the scenes our friendship was over. This was a while ago. I gave him every opportunity to correct that. I want nothing to do with the man. I want nothing to do with the man. What that man has done to Seth for profit is disgusting. And if anybody has a problem with it, because I know we share subs, you're more than welcome to unsubscribe from me. I don't need support like that. I really don't. I'll make it just fine all by myself. It's kind of funny, for the most hated person on YouTube, I have still been able to manage to build counts, not on here, but on every other platform. And my accounts are outperforming his 10-1. I don't care. He may have more clicks and views on his YouTube, but those aren't equating to ad revenue. He's only making what he can make. Because his stuff is trash. They won't allow him to get ad revenue because his content is not ad revenue worthy on YouTube. Mine is. I think it's hypocritical of any creator to criticize Seth for making money. And he didn't. He's raising funds to aid the search for his son. And this man is trying to act like it is him making He's disgusting. It's disgusting. Dolly knows better. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's turned into trash. I'm sorry, he's turned into trash. That is no longer entertainment. That is freaking disgusting. It's just disgusting. And you guys need to let him know. And if he doesn't want to listen, unsubscribe. And if he doesn't like it, too freaking bad. Him and his woman are messing up. They like the numbers. They like the popularity. But they don't like the repercussions. And there are repercussions. You can't chew on mommy's table. No, you cannot chew on mommy's table. I will put some cayenne pepper on there. I happily will. I understand. Did your feelings hurt because Dolly hurt mommy's feelings? You mad at Dolly? Tell him. Tell him what you think about Dolly. I think he's mean too. I really do. I think he's mean. I know. What do you do? I'm doing what I can. Dolly, look what you did to Delilah. She's even bitching at you. I get it. 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 Hi. All right. I know you're just dying to see everybody. I know you're just dying to see everybody. Say hi, everybody. She's kind of getting in her own. You know, she really is. Say hi. Please quit licking me. I know I'm a good mommy. Oops, you got your nail. Look. Say hi, everybody. See, I don't like sitting like this. That's why I don't sit like this comfortably. Mommy always puts me like this, so everybody's got to see me, and I don't like it. But she's a little bit better as long as I have my feet under her paws. What do you think of Dolly? You're lucky. She's one of the. She's like you. She's a keyboard warrior. She'll bitch at you when nobody's looking. She's smart. She's smart. Aww. She just wants her mommy. I gotta leave her today. Like, this is gonna be so hard on me. You guys have no idea. I have not been separated from this dog since I brought her home. And like, we do literally everything together. Well, I shouldn't say that. I separated from her yesterday for 1 hour so I didn't want to hear her crying in the kennel, and I wanted to get her at least some time in the kennel. And I don't know when she stopped crying, but I know when I came in an hour later, she was not crying. But then last night when I went to get a shower, she was just bouncing off the wall. Like right when she was sleeping, and I get up to go get the shower, and she starts literally bouncing off the walls. And I'm like, I can't leave her like this, while I'm in the shower. Like, she will get into everything, right? And she wasn't just playing with her toys, like she normally does. I'm like, crap. So I stuck her in the kennel, and the whole time I was taking a shower, she cried and cried and cried and cried. And of course, my alarm starts going off, because I reminded myself, just in case it's been a lot with her, I'm up and down all night long. And so my sleep, when I get sleep, when I can get like 4 hours here, I do. Like, I need to pull I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning to take her out potty, and she doesn't want to go right to sleep. So we got to stay up, and I should just start working like I used to do, but I'm so delusional that I just when she goes back to sleep, all I want to do is sleep. And so, long story short, she slept with me. She has slept with me every single night since I brought her home. And even this morning, I get her up and take her right out, and she does her business. And yesterday she sat here and whimpered, and I'm like, ooh, you gotta go potty. I took her out and she went peed. And I'm like, I think she whimpered. I think she told me she needed to pee. So I'm really paying attention to her, and her behaviors, just to make sure she's not trying to signal to me maybe I'm missing it. But she hasn't really had any accidents, but that's because I've been taking her out literally every 2 hours. But I notice when she wakes up, as soon as she wakes up, not necessarily, I should always let her take a sip of water before I send her outside, because I find out if she doesn't drink water before she goes outside, she sometimes will go out there and play and then come back in here, take a sip of water, and then use a puppy pad. So I've been making sure that she drinks the water before I pick her up and take her outside. And usually that helps. So I am finding some things that are working. But she's definitely upset. She definitely knows when I'm upset. And it's upsetting me to be arguing with Dolly. You guys know that. We used to be friends. He's not my friend anymore. I just want to be very clear. There's no way I'm going to salvage this friendship whatsoever, especially after last night. After what he did last night, there's no salvaging our friendship. The bridge has been severed. I don't anticipate dogging him. I think he's a piece of shit. There's nothing to dog about him. Okay? So, but our friendship's done. So if anybody is looking for a reunion, anybody's looking for a collaboration, there is no way in hell I would ever work next to Dolly ever again. He would never be invited on any projects that I'm working on. Nothing. I don't want nothing to do with him and his girlfriend. None. And it's sad that this is the way it is, and a lot of the friendships have ended over this, the way they've treated Seth. I told you guys at the very beginning, anybody that can treat an innocent father like this, that's just trying to find their grandson, or their son rather, sorry about that, their son, I want nothing to do with, because we don't, especially Dolly, he has a past. You know, we all have our past. I don't judge people because of their past. I judge people with what they're going to do with their future. You know? And it seems like every time with these freaking idiots on these streets, these uneducated idiots, which, you know, believe it or not, Dolly is not an uneducated person. Okay? I don't know if you guys know that. The man has gone to college. So he's not an uneducated guy. He's just an idiot sometimes. I think he needs to lay off the dope. I think he needs to lay off the prescriptions. I think he needs to get his head right. I know, it's hard. You hurt, even this dog liked Dolly, and she didn't even know him. But every time I bring up his name, she cries. I'm not lying. I think we all are disappointed. It's just that, you know what, he's like I said, anybody that has to trash me or insult me instead of debating on the issues, he turned into a hate channel, okay? Let's be honest. There are a lot of us that love Dolly don't watch him anymore and haven't watched him in quite some time. Tell me I'm lying. He's got a whole different set of people. I bet you he's got more hate channel supporter in his chat right now than he does any of his family that's helped him, right? I don't see anybody that I used to know in that chat anymore. Hardly. You know? We used to all go over there and hang out and enjoy, you know, our time there. I used to be up on panel. I used to have a great time on there. But it wasn't so trashy, and it didn't dog on families. Innocent families. Like, he took the whole focus away from Katie and Chris. He's helping them. I will never work with a creator that has helped a potential person. We know that whether they got rid of Sebastian healthy or unhealthy, it's them. It's Katie and Chris. And for him to dog on Seth while he's profiting, a father can't raise funds for his own son, but somehow Dolly's marijuana fund is supreme over an innocent father. He was wrong. Dolly, you were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. Instead of just saying, you know what, that was really in poor taste, you decided to attack me. So fuck you. On a Sunday. Just like that. I will never have anything to do with Dolly again. Our friendship is forever severed. I really don't care if he drags me. I don't care what he has to say about me. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm done. And even after he's done using and abusing and treating PJ like complete shit and cheating on her all over the place, when he's done doing that and she leaves him, I'm done with you two PJs. Don't come knocking on my door either. Don't come knocking on my door either. I'm done with both of you. Go take a pill for that. It seems like you guys are getting really good at that. Come on. I'm on a live show. I can't play with you right now. Here. There you go. If I didn't tell you, she takes a lot of energy. She takes a lot of energy. My energy level, though, has increased a lot. I can say that. I can say that my energy level has definitely, you gotta have energy for a puppy. I don't, what? You want me to play with you? All right. You know what? Let's do this. All right, guys. I've got a poopy that wants me to play with her. So we're just going to do it like this. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about true crime. I'm going to be on the floor, and I'm going to play with this damn dog because she needs some attention. So please don't mind me. I got to be a mommy because she's not going to stop until she likes to chew on my hand. So Anyways, I thought, and of course I was very upset because just think about this, okay? I want you, he can dog me all day long, but I want him to think that he can't stand the other person that streamed this, and he thinks that she is a complete utter pig and a disgusting one at that, right? But he just stooped to her level because there was only 2 of them rolling with this. So, Dolly, that's what I'm trying to say. You stooped to that woman's level. Like, you are neck and neck with her now. And you're dogging me as the most hated person in the world? Trust me, I'm not the most hated person in the world. I was never. That's why my channel kept growing. That's why they had to keep freaking doing stuff to screw with my analytics to hold me back. Because they couldn't stop me. And neither can you. And it just really upsets me that you chose to turn to this. I'm sorry, it upsets me. And I'm done. I'm done. Let's just move on. I'm done with him. I just want everybody to know that this will not fix itself ever again. I'm done with Dolly. There will never be a collaboration. He will never want to come up and talk to me if I'm at a job that he's at. I can promise you that. And he definitely doesn't want to do it while I'm live. Because I have a lot of choice words for that man. People in the chat are like, my animals are looking for the play toy. She just wanted me to come sit here. That's all. She just wanted some attention. Yep. Betty, you have to keep going and leave the crap behind. Yeah, and I am. We've done a lot. We've moved this channel quite. We've moved this channel quite. Over quite a bit. It was kind of like a. It was a bumpy ride. Like I just stopped everything and just. And now we're kind of out of that thing. But you know what? I'd rather be here on the real true crime side than be over there with all that garbage. And we're still going through it. Like this, I think, is going to be the final little bit of drama that I'm, that's really, because to be honest with you, I think it was a shock to my system, dropping all the, dropping all the friendships or, because nobody ever took care, there was no real alliances out here for me. Like I was sink or swim. Dolly didn't do anything to help me, to be honest with you. He came up to bat. Well, I shouldn't say that. He came up to bat for me a few times and nobody else would. But I thought it was because he was doing the right thing, because it was the right thing to do, not because he was just trying to, he felt pity for me. Trust me, I don't need his damn pity. Look at that. Take a bite out of crime with Delilah and Bullhorn Betty. Do you see your face on this? Do you see your face on this? Do you see your face? Do you like your face on this? Are you trying to drink coffee? I think you're a little too young for coffee, especially espresso. I do not ever want to see what you look like on espresso. I don't want to see what this dog looks like on espresso. Your dog is hysterical. Sounds like, I'm telling you, we need a virtual play date. She is, I don't know if I can do this. She's got to touch me. No matter what we do, she's got to be touching me. She has no independence yet. She's got to be touching me. So it's like, and I'm so scared to put my coffee down because I'm scared she's going to drink it. A puppy on espresso. Aw, you know what? If she wasn't already named Delilah, I think we would call her Espresso Bean. She is an espresso bean. Look at her. She's coffee. She's coffee all day long. Like a pretty baby. She's such a lover. She's such a lover, puppy breath. Aw. She loves her mommy. She loves her mommy. She hasn't quite, like I've been playing with the ball. She loves playing like this right here. This is part of the teething products that I got. And so I'll play with this, and she really, but she hasn't quite got it. Like she hasn't quite, figured out what to do with the ball once she stops it. So it's really cute. So I'm constantly playing with her, but she does like some squeaky toys. What did you get out of this? Okay, this is not really, okay, here we go. Yeah, you pulled that all the way out. Look at all of this mess. Look at this mess. What are you doing here? This is not, Just a pile. Just a pile. Get that out of your mouth. Damn dog. Damn dog. Aw. Aw, she just, what are you doing? She just wants to be held. You just want to be held. All right, I think she's starting to get tired. She's finally starting to tuck her out a little bit. Aw. All right, let me put my legs out and we'll put her up. So what did you guys think was the most notable out of that, that I guess update on Sebastian? You know what I thought is, it's just the little boy's life, you know, seeing him at such a vulnerable and baby phase, you know. I think we forget that he was somebody's baby. In case you didn't have the door, don't let this smack you. Right, there you go. There you go. And so it is going to be what it is, you know, and Dolly has been so disrespectful to me, like even coming into my chat when I was giving an interview with Seth, the father of this child, to rag on him. Like, this guy has no moral compass. I feel like he has been infiltrated. Like, he used to be a good guy that used to try to at least do the right thing, and now he's got with evil. Like, I look at Dolly and I see evil now. Like, I don't see how any normal human being can act so evil. But it is what it is. I've been a good friend to him. He's not been a good friend to me at all. At all. And he can try to say he has, but he has not, and he knows it. Wow, that makes no sense. You don't like what BHB said, so you unsub to Seth. Honestly, I don't think Seth really cares. He's so over the bullshit. Trust me, that man does not give a rat's ass. He wants avocation for his son, and trust me, the people there that are there for avocation for his son are going to continue to be there for advocating for his son. The trash that doesn't want or wants attention or needs to have a narrative or motivation or financial gain out of it in order to do the right thing, they won't be there. You know, they'll keep dogging on this family and they'll keep dogging on me. But it doesn't really matter. I'm going to still keep moving forward, and I'm still going to keep helping this family. And I'm going to help this family raise money for the stuff that they need money for. And I think that's important because he has a missing child. His child hasn't been found in 5 months. He still has a private investigator. He still has an attorney. And he still hasn't been working. You guys know he hasn't been working. He just had surgery. He hasn't worked in months. In months. And then Dolly's so evil that even if we were to raise money to help Seth survive, it's a grab for money to profit off of his son. I don't even know what to say about that. It just makes me sick. It really does. It just makes me sick. But whatever. Evil has infiltrated, and I just want nothing to do with it. But you know what? That 3 months that I had to sit home and really was forced to research and forced to look at these channels and forced to see their behavior, and I had to make a decision whether that's what I wanted for the future of this channel or not, and I don't. Oh, Penny, his surgery went very well. He was on there. He's such a trooper. The pain down his arm has gone away, but he is dealing with, because it was neck surgery. It was like mine. I see I got a scar right there. Right there. And it's, you know, they got to take the esophagus, all this stuff, all these pipes, all this stuff that goes down your neck. They have to take it and they have to move it all the way over. Okay? It's a very uncomfortable process. You're under anesthesia, but, you know, he woke up. I would have been freaking out if I woke up with tubes coming out of my mouth. But they have to move all of this out of the way. So they stretch the crap out of your windpipe, all of this. So if you're wondering why he's so sore, it's not from the tube down his throat. It's literally they have to work on the back side of the neck, and they go in from the front side, and they have to take all of this stuff that's on the front and move it off so they can get to where they need to work. And that's that's why he's in so much pain here. as he heals, he's going to get scar tissue, so his neck's going to start tightening up. So I think he needs to get in therapy as soon as possible, sooner than later. He's recovering really well. He's recovering really well. It just hurts him to cough. It hurts him to sneeze, which reminds me, I'm about to sneeze. Don't worry. I'm not allergic to you. I'm not allergic to you. She's starting to get tired. Her eyes are starting to get tired. Her eyes are starting to get tired. Aw. She's already ready for a nap. She's been running around here like crazy. It's like funny because when she's up, she runs around for like 20 minutes, but then she'll sleep. And when she sleeps, it's usually about 20. She'll sleep until I move. Like as long as I lay in one spot and she's snuggled up next to me, she'll stay there for as long as I'll let her. You know, but not even let her. I'd let her just stay there, you know, as long as she wants. But every time I move, every time I try to get up, even to go to the bathroom, she pops her head up and starts wagging her tail like, hey. I have watched Dolly change for years now. He's evolved into someone who's unrecognizable. Yeah. Well, I hope whatever he's going through, he gets it together, because it sounds like he's been, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just know how he looked to me at CrimeCon, and that was enough. You know, I didn't need anybody to say anything to me, but I looked at his eyes, and that's not marijuana. I'm sorry, it's just not. I don't know what it was, but whatever. All right, guys. Well, Dolly's going to end up probably dragging me some more. I really don't care, you know, if he's going to go back and forth. I don't care. I don't care. I want nothing to do with the man. He has damaged our relationship beyond repair. There's no apology that's going to make me change my mind about this. I just want to let everybody know, if it's a problem for you, now would be a great time. I know we share a lot of the same subs. I'm not going to dog you guys for being over, you know, obviously supporting who you guys support. And I'm not going to tell you to make a decision between me and him or anything like that. But I just want you guys to understand that you know, if I make commentary that's offensive to you, I make commentary that's offensive to you. I want literally nothing else to do with Dolly. I want, this is not something that he's going to be able to call me up and say, look, you know, I just want to apologize for everything, you know, for what I've done to you for the last few months. None of that. I don't really care. It's done. I will never, ever, and when I'm done, I'm done. People don't understand that about me. I know that they think that all they have to do is come up here and apologize. I can promise you, when I say I'm done, I'm done. You know, I might be friendly with you, but I'm done. This, I'm not even going to be friendly with him. If I see him out, I'm going to be cussing him a storm. And he'll probably be cussing me a storm. It'll probably be a hot damn mess. I don't care. I don't want to see his face. I don't want to hear his bullshit. I don't want nothing to do with him. It's 8 o'clock, guys. I have got to start getting dressed. I've got to be down in Miami this afternoon. And I've got to get Delilah packed up, her food packed up, her kennel packed up. I got to get all this stuff packed up and try to get her situated over at my BFF's house. Her grandchildren have offered to watch her. They love her. They watched her while I was in Virginia, and they took really good care of her. And so, and I think that, you know, with her being a puppy, not that my mom can't handle a puppy. I just don't want her having to deal with it, you know, like the grandkids will be more, I don't know, and maybe she will be attentive. I mean, I think she would be attentive, but I get so worried about my mom's house. You know, she's like white glove clean, you know, I'm a slob, so it doesn't really matter. I'm a clean slob. Like, my stuff is clean. Like, I don't really, like, I gotta mop the floors or something like that. I really drag my butt on mopping the floors. So even though I was probably supposed to mop the floors once a week, I probably mop the floors once every month and a half. It's just me here, right? So it's like, I'm not like white glove clean, but I'm a slob, but I'm a clean slob. Like, I can't have filth. I can't have filth. And my mom is like super, super white glove clean. And so I get so worried. What if she has an accident in the house? I know my mom's got this cleaning solutions because she's white glove clean, that she can handle any type of accident that happens. She did raise three daughters, one grandson, and probably a litany of animals. So I think my mom's got this, but I worry about the grandkids because the grandkids are on their summer vacation, they have time on their hands. And I think it'll be really good to give them a little job to do for a couple of days. And that's to take the best care of this little bundle of joy that I have. And she is just so sweet. I knew she was getting tired. I knew you were getting tired. But I thought I'd wear my Dolly Foul Play shirt. My Dolly Bullhorn Betty Foul Play shirt. Because I think he just needs to remember he used to be a good guy. And he used to actually give a crap about the victims. And not get sucked into, like, somebody sent him a whole bunch of bunk information about Seth a long time ago, and at least that's what I think happened. That may not be. He may just jumped on the bandwagon, it's popular to hate Seth, and he just never got off of it when everybody else did. I don't know. And he keeps up there and he says that he wasn't bashed. Like, everything that I've seen that man do is bash Seth, bash Tony, bash Seth. And you know what? When he was doing that, he was bashing me too. He just never said my name. Right? Because when it came to Layla Santinello and Jen, he's up there telling Jen, you've got a fighter in your corner. But he surely went to dogging me in this case, didn't he? All of a sudden. Just seems awfully shitty. It seems awfully shitty. So I think he aligned with all these channels. They're all aligned through these internet PIs, these fucked up PIs. Yes, Miss PJ, you're one of those fucked up PIs that I'm referring to. And you want to say you want to hang out with Chloe, you can go hang out with that little whore all day long. I really don't care. And yeah, I'm going to keep fighting with these people, and I'm going to keep dogging them too and dragging them. Fuck all y'all. Seriously. Everybody pray for me. I won't be able to go to church today. I mean, not that I don't want to go to church. It's just I'll have to listen on my ride. I need to pray for myself, and I'm sorry, but I'm just over it. And coming from our camp too, I'm done. I've severed every bit of ties. You can ask any freaking content creator I've spoken with, collaborated with, or anything. They don't hear from me. They don't hear from me. I want nothing to do with any of them. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't. I'm so disgusted over this. I'm so disgusted over how people act. I'm so disgusted over, like, I had so much hope for Trevor Lee. Like, that broke my heart. I will never work with that boy again. He is going to be dogged forever on this channel from this point forward. I have no loyalty to any of these people because they have no loyalty to me. And so you know what I'm doing? I'm keeping my circle, me and Olivia. I don't want anybody in. I don't really care about anything else. I want to focus on these cases, and the only person that I know is as dedicated to focusing on these cases and helping these families as I am is Olivia. I have not met one other content creator on this platform willing to help like me and Olivia. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. I'd like to meet them. I mean, we have some great content creators out here that I have seen since this case that have really stepped up to the plate. Mr. and Mrs. E, that's another one. They've been amazing and been attacked. And have been attacked. For what? For wanting to stay away from the drama and advocate for this boy. These people will never allow us just to advocate for people without trashing and destroying it, because they're destroyers. They're not builders. They're not helpers. They're takers and destroyers. They're takers and destroyers. And, you guys can support that or whatever. I don't really care anymore. I tell you, it's not losing any sleep out of my, it's not making me lose any, if you want to come down to a compensation, because all of my stuff is ad revenue. You guys see how, what do we make? Like, I think this whole entire week, let's talk about this whole entire week super chats. I think this whole entire week super chats, the whole entire week, 7 full days. And that's several shows throughout the day. I think we've netted maybe $200 in super chats for the entire week. For the entire week. These people get like $1,000 a night in super chats. So don't tell me that I'm in here for the money. The clicks and the views are what pays me. It's the advertisement. It's the ad revenues. You guys watching the videos and watching those advertisements that you have to skip. That's what pays. That's good. You know? Oh, Woody Wood, Dolly. Dolly decided to go up on his live and drag me for God knows how many hours about how I'm a horrible person. I was the most hated person on YouTube. He was the only person that came out to help me and la 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 la. You know, whatever. I'm over it. No, I'm not the most hated person on YouTube. I was the most bullied person on YouTube. There's a big difference. And it was from a small clique of people with hundreds of accounts. Okay, clearly people like me more than them, because if you wanted to go by just a subscriber count by itself, I doubled their numbers. So if anybody's talking about, oh, she's not liked, well, I'm definitely liked at least twice as much as you. Just saying. So I think the numbers are in the pudding. People executed a bullying campaign against me. There's a difference in being actually hated and a bully campaign manipulating audience for over lies. Big difference. They have no shame. They make money dissing on Seth. Exactly. And then it has the audacity to say, oh, I'm allowed to collect money, but if the father of this collects money, he's going for another money grab. Have you lost your fucking mind? What kind of messaging is that, Dolly? That is the most asinine messaging I've ever heard. And if any idiot on your channel actually believes that, I'm going to call him an idiot. Sorry, guys. But that's just BS. It really is. Are you not bullying Chris and Katie? No, I'm not bullying. How am I bullying Chris and Katie? Because I play their words on here? Because I break them down? Because this child went into their house and never left their house? That I'm somehow bullying them? Mel, give me a break. That's Mel S. That's not Mel C. Then you like, seriously, you know what? Here, actually, I won't even time you out. Don't come in my chat with that crap again. If you can't go and watch my videos, I'm not bullying them. I'm not bullying them. I ain't calling their mamas. I ain't calling their daddies. I ain't reaching out to their families. I ain't reaching out to their friends. These animals did that to me. Do you know what bullying is? How am I bullying them? Because I'm pointing the finger in their direction because they have a missing child that they cannot produce, that disappeared from their locked home. And there's literally not one scintilla of evidence that this boy walked out of their house, but you can see flashlights of them walking to an anonymous car. That just happens to be Kathy Bowersock's car, right? Get out of here with that, Mel. If you're that, yes, I do know what bullying is. You know what? You're already irritating me. Go fuck yourself on a Sunday, respectfully. Don't ever come back here again. I don't need your view. I don't need your click, and I don't need your shit. You know, I love the justification. Those people threatened me and stalked me. Mel S., go get hit by a bus. I want that to be my new phrase. Go get hit by a bus. Because I'm really, really, and you know what? They can take, the hate channels can take it. Oh my God, Betty wants everybody to get hit by a bus. Yes, I want idiots to be hit by the smart bus instead of the crazy bus. Go get hit by a bus. Go get hit by a bus. And I mean that in a much more broader term than that. Mel is a troll. Yeah, I don't really care. We don't really care. They wanted attention. They wanted attention or negative attention. We don't deal with it over here. I hope Mel goes get bent. Investigate a case is not bullying. Exactly, Barry. But you see, it's not about that. They want to drive their narrative so it justifies their actions. That's what they've been doing this entire time. That's what they've been doing for 3 years. You know? They've been using this language and trying to use manipulating words to manipulate their audience to justify their actions. Thank you. And I'm just really, really sick and tired of it. And I'm really sick and tired of being the pun of all the comments. But you know what? I really don't care because, you know, at the end of the day, if they're insulting me, then they have nothing to argue with me on the issues. They have to argue with the person, right? They got no arguments. Like Dolly. He could have went up there and listed all the things that he didn't do wrong and how he doesn't feel that this is, but he didn't. He went to straight insulting me. That means he lost the argument. When people have to go to insulting somebody They have no argument on the issues anymore. They're out of arguments on the issues. They're, you know, so it's sad, but Dolly has just, you know, once his popularity over this channel goes, like, he's never been right about any case ever. He never even left his freaking basement until I coaxed him out of the house and showed him how to do certain things. And then it's like, oh, well, I've been on a plane now, I'm going to go. But he still just stays in his house after all the money for the camper, all the money for the new car, all the money for the new camera. None of that has gone into any use whatsoever. He's literally gone out to 2 things. He raised money to have a booth at CrimeCon. What was it? $7,000. So you guys bought him $7,000 worth of shit just for him to walk around inside. Okay. It is. It is. But the bottom line is, if anybody's allowed to make money off of somebody's child missing, it damn sure better be the parents. You know? They have so many more, they have so many expenses. It's so easy. It is so easy to say this or that about a parent. But you guys have no idea. I mean, I want you, you know what? Why don't you guys do your own, you know, I'm all about receipts, and I don't show my receipts, but I let you guys go find your own, right? Maybe this needs to be. Why don't you guys do a project? Why don't you call around and see what it costs for shirts to have print on the front and the back of them, right? Call around and find out about that. Call around and find out how much it costs to have bracelets made, right? Why don't you call around and see what it costs to have professional, you know, even the color copies, just the color copies from, those have to be printed off from a company, right? Because you gotta, you see the boxes he gets. Call around and look, you know, look up that. How much how much does it cost for color copies per page? Right? I guarantee when you see how much this shit costs, I think you guys, and to think that he has to do this regularly, and he's had to do this regularly for 5 months in addition to being without a job, I think you guys might reconsider this. But I think you need to do the project yourself. I think you need to look up these costs yourself. There is Google. Now remember, he doesn't have the option of using online things. He's got to use local people. So maybe call around to your local area and talk to local people about how much it costs. Not online stuff. Go to the local people, because that's where he's going, right? Because it's a hell of a lot more money dealing with local people than it is online. Sometimes you can get good deals, but even online, it's pretty damn expensive. I can tell you about the shirts and bracelets. It's not cheap. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. Ink is very expensive. Like, people don't think about this stuff. You know? I mean, think about it, guys. Remember when Layla Santinella went missing? And who was it? It was Allie. It was Allie. Allie reached out to me. Allie reached out to me and said that she had a friend in Kingsport that her daughters went missing and she really needs help. And I was very hesitant about getting involved because I didn't want, you know, a fresh mother. There was so much chaos, and people were just reaching out to these families in this YouTube like, these people don't care about your YouTube and how much you hate Bullhorn Betty. They're missing a loved one. They don't even know who we are. And these idiots reach out to them like, oh my God, you don't want to talk to Bullhorn. Like, these people, like, do you honestly think these parents care? But see, that's their door knocker, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to help you with this, but why don't you come on my show? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But anyways, I was very hesitant, you know, with this mother because I didn't want to cause any grief or anything like that. But we did immediately make flyers and get them to the Office Depot or Office Max in their area. And I was floored. Do you guys know that it cost us 53 cents a sheet? 53 cents a sheet. One sheet of paper colored from that place. Like, I was hoping I could get a, you know, 500 sent to her. I could literally only give her a stack of 250. It cost me over 130, what was it, 130 or $140 for 250 flyers? It was insane. Like, people need to understand how much this stuff costs. Dolly, he should know how much this stuff costs. He's bought banners. He knows they're not cheap. It's just, there's no justification for his behavior. None. None. Casual Art says, flyers are free through TBI. Oh, flyers are, do you realize they have to be downloaded and printed? We're talking about the printed part. So, thank you, Casual Art. For those that would like to go out and post them, they are on, sorry, my nose is bothering me. They are on the TBI website. There is a link. Yes, you can print them for free, but when you're printing in bulk, it's not free. Like, people are having him send flyers out. There are people that are wanting to post. I know everybody thinks everybody has printers and everybody has money just laying around to go out and use to buy paper and printer supplies so they can print out these flyers and stick them outside on their own posts. But some people just don't even have the money to afford one single sheet of paper. That's the economy we live in, but they want to help. We still have to get those flyers to them. There's still mailing costs with them. Hell, I've been so consumed with her, I still have the bands out in my car. I was supposed to send them last week. I was supposed to send the bands and the flyers last week, and I didn't do it. Now it's not gonna happen until Thursday of next week. That's when I'm gonna get them out. Thursday of next week is we're gonna do it live on a show on Thursday, where we're gonna go and I know Michelle Vincent's getting some. I know there's a few other people that were first. I'm gonna do them in the order in which I received the request. I just think that's the fair process to use. Whoever requested it first gets it first. And when the supplies run out, the supplies run out. So, you know, I told Seth last night on the interview when he was talking about getting some new bands, it said I would like to sponsor some bands for him. I don't want him having to pay for those. I would like to be able to sponsor everything, but you know what? At the end of the day, I would just like to raise money so he can buy whatever he needs to buy to find his son. And we've got a grown-ass man that used to give a shit about victims that is now calling the father of a missing child basically a tragedy pimp. I never thought I'd see the day. I never wanted anything to do with a man like that, ever. When are you charged with when you are charged with a felony manufacturing, you have no choice but to try and earn where they don't run a background check, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's just some people that have employment problems. I love it how they say, oh, you have employment. No, I've never had. I guarantee right now I can go out and get a job in the insurance field, the medical field, the law field, or I could just literally open my own damn business if I wanted to, which I pretty much am a sole proprietor on these platforms anyways. But like, I can pass a level 2 FBI background screening. I've had every type of professional license you can possibly imagine. So I am a concealed weapons permit holder. You can't get a concealed weapons permit status with the kind of record they're trying to say I have. Duh. Like, this is the state of Florida. I hope you're well. You can also email out bulletin emails to various agencies around the U.S. That's what I did for Summer Wells. Miss Harmony, would you be willing to email me? I would like to understand what that is, or how you couched your email, or how you were able to do bulk emails. I'm really not very tech savvy, to be honest with you, and if there's something that I can do that'll save time and have, you know, a wider impact, I definitely would like to do that. I'm not opposed to learning new stuff, I can tell you that. But if you'd like to, bullhornbetty@gmail.com, I'm happy to do that. I wonder if we can buy email list and send the flyers that way. You know, it might be, but you know, there's got to be something. But either way, the people have to print. There's some people that have laptops and no computers to print, no printers to print on. You know, everybody's just, they download stuff and things like that. It makes it difficult. Seth does have flyers. He's ordering flyers. Flyers need to keep going up. He's got flyers going all over this country. His son hasn't been found. There are two people that have answers. And there's only two people that have answers. Two. One that has more than the other. I truly believe Katie knows what happened. Everybody keeps saying that that Sebastian's going to probably be found shortly after Faith goes home. I don't believe it. Chris never wanted to see Sebastian again. And I don't think they ever will. And we got idiots arguing about Seth. It's just sad. I can't get out to hang. I'm still limited on my walking. You should be cutting a rug by now, woman. All right, thanks, Miss Harmony. In my opinion, I think 4 people know, just the foot and the socks. Yeah. And if we would have just maintained on that, you know, we all wouldn't be fighting right now. But again, I believe things happen for a reason, and I believe that what is going on right now needs to go on the way it needs to go on. I'm not beholden to anybody, and I'm not gonna act like I am anymore. You know, I really don't care. These people can do whatever the hell they want to do. They are nothing like me, and I've just got to understand that. There's no point in trying to be friends with people that don't have it in them to do what it takes. And that's where I'm at with this. Aw, thank you. Yeah, they're not mine, but I will definitely get thank you, I appreciate that. Get those out, but it's going to be Thursday. But they've just been in my car. I just keep forgetting to go out there. I don't drive much since I've had her. I actually haven't left the house except one time since I had her, and that was yesterday, and I put her in a kennel, and it seemed like she did okay, but I put her in the kennel last night when I took a shower, and she did not do good at all. She cried the entire time. I could literally hear her, and while I'm taking a shower, under the water, everything, and you just hear, but look at her. She's just sitting here. Oh, I didn't realize I still have my underwear. I've been giving her all the packaging because she likes to chew it, and I guess that, see, she just likes to chew it, so I just give her the stuff to chew. I don't really care because, you know, we got vacuums. If it makes a mess, we just clean it up, right? Thank you. Thank you, Elisa. Oh my God, have I been talking this whole time? I don't know how I got muted. How did I get muted? When did that happen? Just a few minutes ago? Well, I wanted to say thank you to, I guess you guys didn't hear me. Sorry. Grace upon Grace, thank you. How did I get muted? Did I hit something? Oh, it was probably when I turned it down to the dog. Okay. Okay, got it. Sorry about that. I have to watch my hands. But I'm back. Aw, Susie in the house for whatever is needed most. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think we're good on the home front. I think we just need to support Seth. You know what I'm saying? I think that we just need to support Seth like we've been doing. We just need to tune out all these hate channels and just do what we think is right for ourselves. And I don't know. I'm just highly disappointed that I can tell you, and I'm firm about this. I want absolutely, I don't want anybody ever coming to me and saying that they want a reunion, they want us to apologize, they want us to do this, that, and the other. I've given him months to stop his bullshit behind the scenes diplomatically. I have not tried to drag him or anything, and he has just straight up dogged me for months. And I want nothing, and I mean nothing to do with Dolly. I want nothing to do with PJ. I think they're both trash. And they can dog me and they can keep going. I don't really care. They do not, Dolly does not really want to fuck with me. If he really wants to go that route, I'll see him in Virginia. Like, I am not opposed to having a face-to-face with him if necessary. At all. But I will tell you, I want nothing more to do with him. I don't want anything ever to do with PJ. I want nothing to do with what they've done to Seth. Anybody that has injured Seth in any way, shape, or form, I want nothing to do with. At all. Because he is a victim. His son is missing. And if that's the type of integrity that a true crimer has on these platforms, I will never want anything to do with them. But me and Dolly's friendship is forever ruined. We will never work together again. I want to make that ultra clear. We won't even come together for the greater good. Okay? I just want everybody to know this. Because if you need to make your decisions, then make your decisions. I want nothing to do with him, and I will never work with him again. I have nothing good to say. I do not watch his content, and he will never get the support of Bullhorn Betty or my channel or my affiliates ever again. The public has shown so much compassion for Seth, or for Sebastian, and the people you would think should be are not caring that he's been gone for so long. God don't like ugly. They do not. Absolutely. Realtor Lulu, God bless you for that. Maybe if they go through recovery, they will come out making amends. Yeah. Good luck on that. Dolly doesn't seem like the amending kind of guy. Dolly doesn't seem like the very loyal kind of guy. It seems like he's okay with your friendship until there's a problem, and then it's like, oh, let me drag you and let's end this friendship. But in all fairness, I ended the friendship months ago behind the scenes, and I can prove that. I still have the receipts of it. Like, he's literally been blocked on Messenger for, I don't know, 9-10 months. And you guys would never even know it because I don't trash people. I just exit stage right. You know, what do you do? No, I won't be bailing him out of jail ever again. As a matter of fact, if he ever goes to jail, I'll probably throw a party. Sad to say. Clink, clink, bitch. I don't know. I need to stop. I'm in such a humbug mood. I need to get right. I need to get right. So I think little squirt here is gonna pull me out of all this. But either way, no. I have realized I don't need anybody on these streets. Nobody has ever made me. As a matter of fact, everybody that I have tried to collaborate with, except with the exception of Olivia, has proved to be more of a hassle than not. And I know what I'm doing, and I'm sick of teaching people or showing people, you know, stuff just for them to stab me in the back and utilize what I've created and go out and make their own money while they're stabbing me in the back. So now it's just, at this point, I will not work with anybody. You know, I have stuff that that makes or breaks cases, and I don't need to be sharing that. You know, I can do bad all by myself. Just saying. Sherbeth says, my mom always told me there is no honor among thieves. I saw what happened last night, and it was so bad. It was. It was. I just thought it was poor taste. I mean, this is a father. He was on a non-monetized account. He's on a non-monetized account talking about his son, and these animals had to live stream his content in real time to make a profit, to make a buck off this man and his son. It's not only illegal and goes against the rules, it was just wrong. It was just wrong. You don't steal from people. That's what they did. If you really want to break it down, none of us like thieves, right? Liars are thieves. Well, they just stole from Seth. And I want to know what they're going to do with the money. And I think they should have to turn it over to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Why is it so hard for them to make a donation? Let's ask it like that. Well, it's copyright infringement. Casual Christie. Yeah, it's illegal. Whether it's a civil tort or a criminal tort, it's still illegal. They stole from that man for profit. That's still stealing. When you go in and you have a friend clock you in on your time card and you're not there for a half an hour and you're being paid for it, is that stealing from your employer or not? Of course it is. Of course it is. So he stole. So now I'm calling him out and I'm asking, what are you going to do with those proceeds? And I think you should donate to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And what could it hurt? Why wouldn't Dolly be willing to jump all over that? I mean, he supports these cases. He wants good things to happen, right? He's got money coming out of the wazoo. Why wouldn't he send some money over the national and make a donation? Why? Why won't he? It makes you wonder. I think he needs to donate the money. Somebody go calculate how many super chats he got last night and send me the total. Send me the total. I want to know how much money he made last night. And the other nasty ass bitch. I'd like to know how much she made profit. I'd like to know. So if anybody's got the time and has the stomach to do it, send me how much money they made. Send me some screenshots. Send me whatever you can. I'd like to know. And then we'll start advocating for them to turn that money over to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. But I don't think either one will, because they're too greedy, they're too nasty, and they're all about themselves, not really about any of these cases. If these cases were not giving them or generating them an income, they wouldn't be doing this for a job. And that's the difference. Whether I generated an income or not, I still did this as a job. I sold a truck to continue this advocacy. I've never heard any of them have to go without to maintain what they were doing. And I did this whenever I was only making $300 a month. Nothing will stop me, whether I have the platform, the audience, or nothing, or not. No, nothing would stop me from continuing to do the work that I do. That's the difference between me and them. If it didn't produce money for them, they'd stop doing it. It didn't produce money for me, and I kept doing it. Yeah, there are. But anyways, guys, it's already 8:30. I've got to get on the road by 11. I've got to get down to my friend's house. Well, 11:12. I got to get down to my friend's house in Northport so we can make our way down to Miami. And I've still got to drop this little girl off at my BFF's in Palmetto, which is in the opposite direction. So I've got to get her situated. She's sleeping here on my lap, just very contently. I'm going to try not to hit the mute button this time. There she is. There she is. She's content. She's content. She's content. So, there you have it. I can tell you she's spoiled rotten. And me and her have been inseparable.
every night. This is going to be like the hardest since I've had her. This is going to be my hardest. I never thought I don't know. I don't know. But I guess I didn't think I was going to really like fall for her as much as I did. You guys knew better. But now, like taking her over to my best friend's house, like I'm going to be away from her for 3 days. It's going to drive me absolutely nuts. I can't wait to get back to her. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to make it my way to Tennessee, but I think for a little while until she gets a little older, I think we're just going to be working from the house just until she gets a little bit older and will be easily, a little bit better to travel with. And that's kind of where we're at. But she is. Yes. Leave one of your shirts to sleep. Oh yeah, well she's got my blankie. I gotta she's got my blankie. My blankie's with her, but yeah, I'll grab another shirt. I've got another shirt that she can sleep with. But she's just I think the grandkids will keep her busy, and I think she'll be, I don't play with her as much. I'm trying to play with her as much as I can, but I have a job. I'm only limited. I have to schedule everything. And sometimes, a puppy doesn't run on a schedule. I'm sorry, she just doesn't. So anyways, all right, guys, I love you. Thank you for allowing me to complain. And I wasn't dragging Dolly. I just had enough with him. And I just want to tell Dolly, go F yourself. I want nothing more to do with you. And I know you don't give a rat's ass. Trust me, I got that. And c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I hope you and your girl go straight to hell. I don't know what else to say. I want nothing to do with you. I think you're trash. So rock it out with your coffee beans out. But you ain't gonna be stepping on my side. And I promise you, my connections have just went out the window. So good luck on trying to get your name out there. Peace out.
It was crazy because little girl, she was sleeping like until it was time for me to talk. It was like as soon as Seth was starting, after he showed the pictures and stuff, she started getting rambunctious, and I'm like trying to keep her bell from jingling and jangling to whatever. But I really thought that was a good live from with Seth. I think Tony managed that well, very, very well. The mods in the chat, very, very well. I know that people are going to tear it apart. That's what they do. But, to live stream, like Seth's channel's not monetized. You know what I'm saying? And two people, one that's the first to talk about tragedy pimps, right? Being a tragedy pimp, right? Literally displaying how much of a tragedy pimp she is literally disgusting. So you think you are entitled to make money off this man's child when he has a non-monetized account that you steal and hijack his show. I just thought that was in poor taste. To literally turn a profit when the actual father is running a live stream, you thought it was smart to turn a profit on his situation, on his live, to literally pull viewership from him so you can have profit, I think is really despicable and deplorable. I don't know what other thing. I mean, it's one thing to steal a content creator's live, which is illegal anyways, right? So you're breaking the rules by that. So these felons on YouTube don't mind breaking the law, but they're trying to somehow tell us that they're reformed or something. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. I know it's all smoke and mirrors, right? It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. Even though this tragedy pimp queen, right, likes to point it out to everybody, literally dogs a father of a missing child and hijacks his live. Disgusting. But, what do you expect from a nasty-ass felon that likes to do things? Anyways, not going to get into the drama of it. Just shame on them. Shame on them. But what do you expect? What do you expect? They're despicable people. I'm sorry, but you don't do that to a father for profit. It's one thing to run it after the fact but especially Dolly, he's the first one that tells you he's going to strike your channel if you don't give him 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? First person to say, if you run my stuff before 24 hours, I'm striking your stuff, and you would literally turn a profit over a man. Like he's not turning a profit, right? He's not. He doesn't have a monetized account, but I guarantee Dolly collected. I don't watch him anymore, so I wouldn't even know what he's collecting. But I know he's getting the viewership over this garbage he's peddling out. But that's fine. You know, whatever. Say la vie. But I just think it's disgusting and despicable that people do that. We're here to try to find this. Well, you know, they're not here for that. They're here for the clicks and views and the drama. You know, the drama queen herself stealing a missing boy's father's life. Just when you want us to believe that you are a upstanding citizen, you show us what piece of fucking shit you are. Nasty ass. So glad I'm going to stick it to you sooner or later. Sooner or later. And I can't wait, because that'll be my karma, baby. That'll be my karma. You are just a horrible, despicable woman. And I wish nothing but bad karma to you. To be honest with you, just trash. Ghetto trash. Just ghetto trash. Why don't you tell her to turn her damn camera on and face her audience? I bet you'd find a lot of lies just by her body language on camera, wouldn't you? Maybe that's why she turns her camera off so much. Either way, it doesn't matter. This is just going to give her a reason to put my name in her title to get another 10,000 views. She could never be me. She could never be me. And they're both trash. Shame on both of them. Shame on both of them. But I'm glad that Seth got his opportunity. I'm glad he got to humanize Sebastian. I'm glad he got to let us see Sebastian and remember what it's really about. This is his baby. I think that really was, you know, I really think that was put out there, you know, with the photos. I think those photos, in a way, was to show this is his baby, you know, his son, just like you're all your kids, you know, no matter how old we get, we're still somebody's baby, you know, we're still somebody's baby. And no matter how old we get, we're still somebody's baby. You know, and just shame on the two creators that literally stole this man's story for profit. Like, that's just disgusting. But, you know, this is a woman that also throws the pictures up and starts criticizing people for using a picture and uses the exact same picture. Or, you know, tells people and makes a big stink and selective outrage over pictures of a young boy named Gannon Stalk, and yet steals those photos and passes them around on her Discord. I mean, what do we expect from a woman like that, right? What do we expect from a piece of shit like that? It sounds like all she's about is the money. She, just as long as nobody else is making money and she's making the money. That's all she cares about, and she showed that tonight. She didn't care about this father. She didn't care about this case. She didn't care about the victim. And she made a profit. If that's not tragedy pimping, I don't know what it is. So welcome to the Hall of Fame, bitch. You made it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Guys, clap. Clap. Come on, let's clap it out for them. I mean, just when you don't think that dirtbags can get lower, they stoop to another level of mud. I know. Sebastian, that was so sweet. Those photos were so endearing. And you know what? Seth had a right to show those. Those assholes had no right. Had no right. None. None. Clap? I mean, she's been waiting for it, right? She can't make her own fucking content, right? Don't know how to do that. Has to steal everybody else's. And has to complain about it because she has nothing to give. She's got no education. She's got no smarts. She's got no book smarts. She's got literally nothing but hot air filled with a whole bunch of pot up here. Right? Light him up if you got one. Light him up if you got one. They suck. I hope that whoever is subscribed to them after this poor display tonight, I hope you guys unsubscribe. That was disgusting. How do you steal content from a father of a missing child for profit? For profit. For profit. There you go with the real me too. And maybe middle fingers. That was awful. That was so tacky. That was so white trash. That was so ghetto. That was so ghetto. But what do you expect from people that sling drugs and do shit like that, right? I don't know. What can I say? What can I say? I guess sue me, bitch. Oh, sorry. I'm already suing you. Okay. Well, I think that was this poor display, but I'm so thankful that Seth got his voice. I'm so thankful that Seth is taking control back from these monsters. Life facts, you can take a hike. I really don't care. Like, you do matter nothing to me. If you got hit by a bus tomorrow, I would not care. And they can clip that and take that to the bank. Oh my God, Betty doesn't care. I don't have to care. I don't know you. See how easy that is? And guess what? I'm going to sleep just fine tonight. I'll probably sleep better dreaming about a bus hitting you. Just saying. Making victims of others so they themselves don't feel like a victim, constantly lashing out. That's the control. You tell them, idiots, Betty, I missed it. I had company, but I can see... she already turned it off. She knows she was going to get struck. So she already turned it off. It doesn't matter. It goes toward behavior for me. So she does it to everybody. She can't make her own damn content, and she's profiting off of people, right? And trust me, after this, she's not done. Like, she doesn't even understand. Like, we're gonna be going for copyright after this. She hasn't quit stealing from me yet. That $70,000 is not going to last her. I can promise you that. And they can clip that, and her attorney can run to the yeah. You know, they're trying to tattle on me now, saying, oh my God, Betty said she's going to come here and file this. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right, because I have a right to protect myself. Period. That's what the law is there for. So, cry a river, build a bridge. Good luck. Good luck. Our day, until this shit stops, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. So, thank you. Thank you for making it about. Thank you, guidance. Thank you. It gets me hot under the collar. Like, this is a man that raised this boy, and you literally stole his content while it was happening for profit, not after. Not after. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I hope this boy's found soon. I think that's what it's all about. You know, this boy being found. This boy being found. But, Seth, what I would recommend to you is send them a letter. You don't have to go through YouTube, just to send them a letter to remove it. And if they don't remove it in accordance with the millennial, stuff, I would start lawsuit. You just got to register. The Bullhorn Betty channel will pay for your registration to the copyright board. It's $62.50. We'll copyright that live, and we'll go after the bad actors. And since it wasn't copyrighted before, it's $7,500. But hey, $7,500 is a lot of shirts, a lot of flyers, and a lot of bands, wristbands. Just saying. Just saying. And you get that twice because you got two people. So that's going to be like 15 grand. That was clear stealing of content. So you don't have, I just want to make sure you guys know, you don't have to go through YouTube. Just to let you know. I wonder if what they did is considered cyber crimes. I'll find out. Now, I don't think it's cyber. I mean, I wish it was cyber crimes, but it's copyright infringement. So, I mean, I guess there's a lot of different laws. It's just how you plead it, So if there's case law supporting different things, then yeah, I guess it could be. She strikes people that do. I know. She's an idiot. She's an uneducated woman. You guys understand this lady could not even get a job at the 7-Eleven. She couldn't even get a job at a 7-Eleven. At least Dolly could get a job at the 7-Eleven. I'm just saying. Not dogging employees of the 7-Eleven. I'm just saying. I know a woman that started out at McDonald's and became the freaking not the CEO, but like ended up owning one of her own McDonald's, making millions of dollars a year. You know? Oh, honey, I used to work with multi-million dollars. I can pass FBI level 2 background checks. If you haven't noticed, I have an insurance license that I can redo. I have a real estate license I can redo. Both require an FBI background check. I doubt this lady here could ever pass that. She will never be able to hold an actual license of anything with her background. Dolly has so many people in there, it made me sick to my stomach. Dolly's shit. Now we know who Dolly is. What can I say? He's not true crime. He's not true crime. Maybe he needs to go back into entertainment, you know? Screwing with people's lives. I never knew Dolly could do that. But I guess over time, people show their own stripes, you know? So I unscribed from a lot. I stopped talking to everybody over this case because I saw people making up stories. I saw people that I used to. Jay is for justice. Let's just name them, right? Let's throw it all out there. Let them all attack me. I don't really crap. I've been dealing with this shit for 3 years. Might as well tell the truth, right? Jay is for justice makes up shit all the time. You got freaking T-Rev. You got JLR making having these troll accounts, creating the news for himself. All this stuff was like literally came out in this case. Every bit of it came out in this case. I cut ties with just about everybody. I don't want no part of that. I had no idea that shit was going on. I heard about that stuff when I first came on, and I'm like, who does that? Like even with the billboards and stealing money for the billboards, I'm like, who does that? But I didn't realize some of these people are on some significant substances. And you wouldn't even know it, or you kind of do know it. You just think it's mental illness or something else. And that they're acting like they're master manipulators. Oh, we love Summer Wells. We need to get these billboards up, and money just rolls in, $40,000. Everything gone. No billboards. I don't know if it was 40,000. I can't remember what it was. It was some significant amount of money. Yeah, Justin cares. Both of the Justins cares. Justin on TikTok as well as Justice for All. I never complained about them caring. Not being a Karen. About caring. Low class bunch, buddy. They are. I don't know what, we expected it from the nasty lady. We expected it from her, right? But Dolly used to be one of us, and he's just completely flipped to a hate channel. Actually, most of them have. They're attacking an innocent father. It makes me sick because he doesn't want anything to do with him. And you know what? Obviously, he was absolutely right in assessing their character and not having anything to do with them, because look at how they treat him. They would rather focus on him and make money off of him, an innocent father, than putting blame where blame's due. A mother cannot produce her son. A mother cannot produce her son. So why is nobody looking at that? Why are they so focused on an innocent man in a true crime case? There's a reason. You know why? Because they prevented them from having access to him with this nonsense. That's exactly why. I have been on Team Seth and Team Sebastian, and you know what? It sucks because you know what? There are two teams. There are two teams. I'm not going to sit here and act like there are not. It should only be about Team Sebastian, but at the end of the day, we got two parties that are deceiving people and a child missing from their home, and they cannot produce a child. At the end of the day, that's the truth. So why are we focusing on a man that was inside a jail on camera? Oh, because he has a spokesperson you don't like? How in the heck is that anybody's decision but Seth's? Let somebody out tell me if one of my family members are missing and I use somebody and somebody comes to me with that bull crap. Let me tell you where to go real quick. I just don't get it. I really don't. And it's just very upsetting because we had such a good live stream, and that Seth deserved that live stream. That's his son. That was his baby he was showing on that screen. He was showing that to the world so the world will not forget his son. Not for people to steal the content as it's being streamed for profit. If anybody should get a profit off that stream, it should be Seth. Which reminds me, mods, why don't you guys put Seth's Cash App down in my chat and keep posting it periodically. If anybody would actually like to donate to Seth, where he actually has to buy signs and flyers and wristbands that he gives away for free, you know, and you know, those wristbands are, they cost some money. Those yard signs cost some money. And the flyers cost money that people are just ripping off the poles. The sooner you put them up, the sooner they come down. It makes it a little odd. Why is people tearing these signs down? You know? It's just sad. It's just sad. But I want to know, for the two creators that decided to hijack his live and he didn't make any money, where are you planning on donating your proceeds from tonight? Are you planning on donating them for new flyers? Are you planning on donating that money to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children? Where do you plan on donating the money that you made off of his live that he had no profit off of? Just curious. And I think the 644 people in my chat should be asking these two creators that very thing. Where are they planning on sending the money? I would prefer it going to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's a nonprofit. I'll let them get the tax credit, right? We'll let them take the tax credit for doing the right thing. That was disgusting. That was so freaking white trash, ghetto, nasty, disgusting behavior from somebody I used to call a friend. Thank you, B. Betty. If anybody would like to donate to the actual father that has not been working, that just had surgery, that these two animals decided to steal from, basically. That was his show. If he chose not to take money from it, that was his choice. For somebody to take a profit, that's, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You couldn't wait 24 hours. You couldn't have followed your own damn rules. You guys make me sick. It makes me sick. So Seth's Cash App is right there. But you know what? On a good note, now that I got my complaining out of the way, let's talk about positivity, because that really was the message that we were trying to convey, is positivity and bringing it back to Sebastian. And of course, there's going to be some, you know, ghetto problems. And either way, I think that the show went off without a hitch, because Seth did that all by himself, okay? Now, granted, I had to walk him through some things earlier in the day just to kind of, but he ran that whole show himself, his photos and everything. He did it all by himself. Like, this was literally his first live stream he did. And I thought he, just on the face of it, he did amazing. He absolutely did amazing. The photos of Sebastian, I thought were adorable. I didn't realize, you know, it is like that though, you know, it seems like, and I said this since I was a kid, it always seemed like the chunkier babies always grew up to be the thinner adults. Has anybody ever noticed that? Like, all of the really thin babies end up being a little fluffy. I don't know if I was a chunky baby or not. I guess my mommy will have to tell me. I know I had a thick head of hair, and I know I drooled. I don't know if I drooled, but I know I spit up a lot of milk. I don't know, but I know as I'm getting older, as I get older, I drool a little more. But I gotta tell you, that was those photos. Oh my goodness, they were precious. Good gracious, those photos were precious, and that boy always smiling, except in that one video when he was like, or whatever, the one with his little cheeks and those steel blue eyes. He looked so serious. I don't know, it looked cute, but you could definitely see Sebastian's face, you know, his adult face in all those little photos. It was, I don't know, it was really, really, really super, super cute. Give me just a second. Oh, I don't want to put moderation on. Hold on, give me just a second. There we go. I just wanted to see, I know I missed a few things. Little Sweet Thing, welcome. Sweet Misery, both of you guys, welcome to, well, you guys aren't new to the coffee club, but thank you. We love you. We love you. Oh, Jen, thank you. Put the clappy hands up. But that was just really good. That was garbage. That was just white trash shit. I refuse to clap for folks who choose money over morals. God will bring blessings to those who haters hate on. Bring on the hate just causes God to show up and show out for his children. Amen. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Jen. Jen donated one Bullhorn Betty gifted membership. I have quit watching a lot of creators because of Seth bashing. I only watch you and maybe 2 others. But why is everybody, you know what? Why is everybody bashing Seth? The man, if he was acting out, he has other underlying disorders. They're making fun of a man that has underlying disorders and is missing his son and just went through surgery. And they just hijacked his freaking life for profit. It's disgusting. They won't, Misty. Misty says YouTube needs to strip those folks of money from their shows and give it to him. They won't. Seth deserves it. He does. That's why I put his Cash App up. You know, screw them. Screw them. Seth had no monetization. I want to make that very clear for everybody here. Seth literally had no monetization on his channel. None. And they stole his content to make a buck. Kathy, my mods throw stuff in there. That wasn't something Seth asked. And either way, it doesn't matter. He has the bulk of the cost, lady. I can't with you. You know what? Don't ever come back to my show again. Like, I can't with stupidity. You're justifying somebody stealing a man's content for profit when it's his missing son that he gave the name Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers to. Kathy, you are part of the problem here on YouTube. Go back to the trash. Go back to the ghetto. Go back to the ghetto. We don't want your kind over here. We don't want your kind over here. So, and people, I don't really care what they do to me, but you're attacking a father of a victim. I really don't care if something hard hits your head. You don't do that. Maybe you need something to knock some sense into you. That's just awful. Nobody can say I've ever done no crap like that. Not one person on here can ever say that. I have never stolen any content from somebody that's literally their kid for profit. Not one person can ever say that because I create my own content. Dolly is cashing out on Seth's. Yeah, he is. He is. He's a despicable person. And for the assholes that want to come in here and tell me about myself, you guys can go take a hike because you'll never tell me about myself. I'm too bougie and too good for you. I'm too good for you. We want you guys to go back on the other side of the train tracks. You know, the 8 Mile. Get it? Get it? It's disgusting. It angered me. I wouldn't even do this live. Like right now, I should be in bed. I'm leaving for Miami tomorrow because I work. I don't sit home and bitch all day. I actually have to get up and go to work because I create content. I create content. I work my ass off. You know, getting on these things, people knowing my name, it's not easy. They knew my name long before I became Bullhorn Betty. It's because I work my ass off for my county. I work my ass off for my state, all free of charge, by the way. I work my ass off for my United States of America, all free of charge. And then I take all of this and I try to give back to families, again, free of charge. Free of charge. And I use these channels for funding to be able to do it. And meanwhile, you got people that are sitting here smoking so much damn pot, they can't even think straight. Stealing a victim's father's live that was not monetized for profit. So you know what? When we monetize Seth's account, which I hope he does get monetized, I hope that this live gave him his monetization. I hope he is able to monetize, because if anybody could use the money to support his son and his advocacy for his son, it's Seth. And I can tell you, when I was there, he had signs, he had the wristbands, he had bags of wristbands, and he's saying those wristbands are gone. He's been going overtime getting those wristbands out. He had boxes of flyers. He's out of flyers. He's given those flyers away. People have posted those flyers. I know how many flyers I've posted. That stuff doesn't cost, that stuff costs a lot of money. Those yard signs are expensive. Did you see how big they are? They're not the little, you know, $5, $10 yard signs. These are big yard signs. Big yard signs. Yeah, he doesn't do it for the money. He needs the money for the... What is he supposed to do? These people... I'm not even going to get into it. I've already spoke my piece. I think they're both freaking ghetto as shit. I hope they take their shit back to the trailer park. That's where they belong. And you know what? Take a hike. And I hope karma bites you in your ass. I hope karma bites you slap in your ass, because both of you motherfuckers deserve it. Excuse my language. Pray for me on Sunday. Sometimes it just needs to be said. Just saying. Sometimes it just needs to be said. I don't have to agree with everything people do, but I care about missing kids, and I hope he's found soon. Amen, Mercy. Amen. These people are just getting ridiculous, but they have to, first of all, they either have to have Sebastian's name in their title or my name in their title in order to have anybody even look at them. You know? If they could not bitch about something, their channels would literally be gone, because they have no content and they're not talented people. It is not easy to sit up on the panel and make fun of people hiding behind an emoji when nobody gets to see your fat ass face with a freaking big ass nasty nut on the front of it that you put there. I bet you probably would lose half of your freaking subscribers if they saw your panel face to face. Because people do judge people. I'm sorry, they do. So, it's just sad. But you know what? He had almost 1,800 people in his chat. People got to hear his message. There was so much love. You know why they had to open there? Because we weren't going to have them hating on Seth in his own damn chat. And how dare them for wanting to. Like, I really hope a freaking bus hits both of them at this point. Well, maybe not Dolly. Dolly has a little hope left. Don't want Dolly out, okay? I like him every now and again, okay? He still makes me laugh. But the other dodo bitch can go, okay? Like, I just want a freight train to hit her, and I'd be perfectly happy with that. Perfectly happy with that. So much love for Seth. There was a lot of loves for Seth. There sure was. There sure was. So, I hope you guys go back and rewatch it. You know, go back and rewatch Seth's. By tomorrow, you know, a lot of other channels are going to be running it and putting their commentary on it. And, oh, they really meant to say this. And how could he say that about his child? And all this other stuff. Well, you're probably smoking dope with your child. So what does it really matter at this point? What people's opinions of Seth is. Half the people that have an opinion of it probably have their own kids sitting in the freaking clinker. Like, these ghetto people, I'm tired of them. I'm literally tired of them. Take your shit back to the trailer park. Leave me the hell out of it. I've moved my channel out of this crap. We're keep moving over. We're going to keep moving over. We're going to keep moving over until we are so far separated from the crama drama bullshit that we're like, who? Who is that? I don't recognize that name. You know? Who are these people, right? We're going to be talking about a whole different caliber. We're going to be talking about Jennifer Coffindaffer and Duty. I'm sick of these other crap channels. These are uneducated people with a opinion and a microphone. It truly is that. There's only a few good content creators that actually do the work to create their own content, not just sit there and complain about other people's work. That's pretty bad if you're complaining about other people's work and you've never produced any of your own work at all. That's a big look over there so you're not looking over here situation, if you ask me. Anybody ever asked how many times she's ever gotten anything right? Because she's gotten nothing right. Has anybody asked where she has she ever helped? I mean, she's always talking about tragedy pimps, but she seems to always be covering tragedies for profit. Interesting. Does that make her a tragedy pimp? I keep asking that. And it seems like she's allowed to make profit off tragedies, but nobody else is allowed to make profit off of tragedies. Interesting. I never quite figured that out. YouTube is wrong for allowing anyone to show a missing child's dad. They should automatically shut down people's lives because there's a way that you can add yourself to a live and do it lawfully. They have even let you, behind the scenes, they allow you to add, you know, you guys can simultaneously do lives in collab together. So they should literally, anybody that's like literally hijacking a live and it's in real time, they should ban it from that channel. They should shut it down like immediately. Somebody should be able to go report it and say this is a live stream from another channel and YouTube cut it off. It's not their content. They're literally facilitating the theft of content. And they give you no ways to stop it. Again, there's a lot of complicity with YouTube. And I really do think that a class action lawsuit against YouTube is the only way that's going to make them stop and make them start honoring their terms of service. And I'm serious about that. I am going to start fishing for a class action attorney and see if there is anything that can be done. Because they're creating their own liability. They're not following their own terms of service, which they put out to protect us. And it's costing people, it's basically grand theft in some cases. Seth didn't say anything bad about his son, Sebastian, at all. He was just sharing a little bit about him. And I'm sure he was going to answer questions and other things later on. He was going to answer questions. There was a whole section for Q&A, but the problem is when the show is scheduled for an hour and you're butting up to an hour, if you ask only one question, then everybody else is going to be upset that their question wasn't asked. So you have to decide whether you're going to go with the Q&A or you're going to close out the show. But everybody had already been there for over an hour, and the show was timed for an hour. So, you know, there was no room for the Q&A afterwards. But at the end of the day, there's this show was about Sebastian, not about the questions and answers. I know he's going to be doing more at that time. I'm sure there is going to be time for question and answer. I know there was a lot of questions that I had that I wanted to ask him about some of the revelations that were coming out during the week, but I didn't even have an opportunity because the time ran out. So there are going to be more lives because at the end of the day, like you heard him say, he's tired of the misinformation.
he's tired of people profiting to bash him and make stuff up about him. So it really is a way to give him his power back, you know? Having this channel is basically instilling some power back into him that was stripped away from him. And so I hope everybody does go over there and support Seth. I hope the content creators allow him 24 hours after his live before running with it, or, you know, waiting until it's over to discuss it. I mean, you know, you don't have to like somebody to be courteous, to do the right thing. If you don't like it done to you, don't do it to somebody else. It's the cardinal freaking rule. But what do you expect from ghetto-ass bitches? And I put Dolly right there in there because he's a little bitch. How dare him? And take that back. And if you guys don't like it, you guys know where the unsubscribe button is. I ain't beholden to nobody. Absolutely nobody. That was shit. You know it was. You know it was. Seth deserved better. But, oh well. We'll keep it real over here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. You know, I thought it was a great live, period. And I think it went off without a hitch. And I think Seth did an amazing job keeping himself together and running a live about his missing son that he misses dearly. And I try to tell you guys, you know, I feel like he stays there and looks at his son. You know, he's kind of in his house. He just had surgery. I think he kind of sits there and looks at his son all day. I don't know. You know, I feel bad for him. He wants his son home. He wants his son home. That's all he gives a damn about, if you guys haven't noticed. So, anyways, guys, I hope we can bring his son home. I hope somehow, some way, all this avocation, all this bickering, all this arguing back and forth, all this crap, I hope to just, you know, at the end of the day, it brings him home. I really do. This is not a case we should have had. It's just not a case we should have had. Anyways, guys, have a great night. I love you, and God bless. Oh, did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Hold on. Did I go through all my... I don't want to be disrespectful, and I tried to grab them, but sometimes they slip in. Okay, yeah, we got everybody. We got everybody. Thank you, guys. And I just want to shout out Little Sweet Thing, Sweet Misery, Sebastian's Army, It's Me, Jen, Misty, and Serenity. Thank you all for your love and support on this live. But again, so Seth's Cash App is right there. If you guys would like to donate to it, please do. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it's right that Dolly or that freaking nasty-ass bitch profits off this man's son when he had a non-monetized account. That's just not right. That's just not right. And I want people to hold their feet to the fire and ask them where the hell they're going to be donating that money. Where are they going to donate the money? I hope they donate it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And I want receipts. I want to see the receipt that the money went there. I bet you it doesn't. I bet you neither one of them do shit with it. Except smoke more weed.